Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California is home to 19 roller coasters. That is the most at any single theme park in the world. They have a stand-up coaster, a flying coaster, launch coasters, 2 dueling coasters, and even a 4th dimension roller coaster. Their large list of thrill rides is why this park has earned the title of the thrill capital of the world. Just a month ago, their newest coaster, West Coast Racers, opened to the public, but now it appears that Six Flags Magic Mountain is already working on their next thrilling roller coaster. With so many different coaster types out there, it seems there are quite a few options for Magic Mountain to go with. In this video, we will use our analysis to predict the next coaster for Six Flags Magic Mountain. What type of coaster could it be? Find out next. Hey everyone, it is Cullah Hale from Destination Thrills, and we are back with another episode of Next Coaster. This time we are headed out west to a park I have never been to before, but I've been dying to check out for quite some time, and that is Six Flags Magic Mountain. Typically I choose parks that I've visited before for this series, however there have been a lot of requests to do a video predicting Magic Mountain's next coaster, so I figured I would take a crack at it. Now, in this video, I will list 4 potential options this park could choose for their next big coaster project. I will then end the video with my prediction on when this coaster could be installed. Now, I had this video outlined several weeks ago, but I had to make some adjustments due to the fact that new information has come out in recent days. First, Six Flags Magic Mountain has released teasers on their social media accounts, which we will get into later on. There has also been reports of construction and markers spotted at the old Green Lantern site. As you may know, Green Lantern was removed at the end of 2019 and is currently in the process of being relocated to La Ronde. Markers have also been found at Tidal Wave, which is right next to where Green Lantern once stood. Tidal Wave is also rumored to be getting the axe very soon, which could open up enough space for a new coaster. So obviously these recent events will play a factor in picking out which coaster Six Flags Magic Mountain could add next, but there were some other factors we used as well to help shape our predictions. First, we looked for gaps in the current lineup. As you can see with 19 roller coasters, there are not many gaps in their lineup. So this should help us narrow down some options. Some model types they are missing are a dive coaster, a water coaster, and with the removal of Green Lantern, a 4D free spin coaster. Another thing we will take into consideration is who has Six Flags been working with in the past few years. Right now, Mack Rides, RMC, Zamperla, SNS, and Premier Rides have all landed projects with the Six Flags chain in the last few years, and could be the manufacturer selected to build Magic Mountain's next big thrill machine. We will also take into account the financial issues the company has been facing and the chain's recent investment trends. Six Flags has really focused on small coasters with bigger thrills. That is why in the last several years we have not seen a big roller coaster from Bollinger and Mabillard added to a Six Flags park. Finally, we are going to look for a coaster type with a compact, narrow layout that could fit in the old Green Lantern plot of land. This is the likely location for the next coaster, so sorry Magic Mountain fans, I don't think you'll be getting a Giga for your next coaster. Alright, so without any further delay, let's take a look at my predictions. The first possibility is a Mack water coaster, specifically the Mack Pulsar or the Mack Powerloop models. Six Flags is planning on installing the Pulsar model at Six Flags over Texas this year, which replaced a similar ride to Tidal Wave at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Recently, Mack has unveiled a different version of their Pulsar design, the Powerloop. This will feature a vertical loop instead of an airtime hill. To my knowledge, this would be the first water roller coaster that would feature a vertical loop, so this would be a first of its kind attraction that Six Flags Magic Mountain would use to market this coaster. Plus, a water coaster would fill both gaps opened up by the removal of Green Lantern and the potential removal of Tidal Wave. Finally, the Mack Pulsar and the Mack Powerloop models both have narrow layouts, so it could fit the plot of land that we are showing on the screen perfectly. The one thing that may hinder this style of coaster from coming to Six Flags Magic Mountain is that they haven't really had a chance to see how favorable this model is with guests. Six Flags may want to wait to see how guests react to Aquaman Power Wave at Six Flags over Texas first before purchasing another model for another park. It is certainly a possibility that Magic Mountain would choose to go with another model that they have already tried and have seen success with in the past. But with that said, a Mack water coaster makes a lot of sense for Magic Mountain, and that is why I'm giving it a 40% chance of being Six Flags Magic Mountain's next coaster. On to our second possibility, we have the RMC Raptor model. A few years ago, I would have told you that a single roller coaster would never go to a park as large as Magic Mountain. With most trains holding only 8 to 12 riders, this coaster seems like a nightmare for capacity. But that hasn't stopped Six Flags from adding a Raptor to one of their larger parks, Six Flags Great Adventure. When Jersey Devil Coaster was announced for the 2020 season, it really wiped away the doubt that a Raptor coaster could end up at Magic Mountain. And the fact that Six Flags loves to clone their roller coasters, it would not be shocking at all if Magic Mountain added an exact clone of Jersey Devil Coaster. Now, these Raptor models have a very compact layout, including Jersey Devil Coaster, which looks to have a narrow out and back layout. So it is possible that Magic Mountain could find a way to fit a Raptor in that narrow plot of land we identified earlier. I also think marketing would love this project, as they could say it is the tallest, fastest, longest single rail coaster in the world by tying Jersey Devil Coaster's record. The Raptor coaster is also a cost-effective coaster model compared to the other looping coasters on the market, and unlike the Mack water coaster model, Six Flags has already tested out the Raptor coaster at Fiesta, Texas with Wonder Woman Golden Lasso coaster. So they must have liked the return on that ride, as they have decided to invest in the same model at Great Adventure. This leads me to believe that Six Flags will be plugging in Raptor clones at other Six Flags parks, including Magic Mountain. Now, one reason they may not go with the RMC Raptor model is if they don't believe that they can make this ride stand out. Again, this would be the park's 20th roller coaster, and they already have several sit-down looping coaster models. So you have to think, what would make this coaster stand out? Some would argue that the single rail and single file seating feature would be unique, but would it be enough to draw in new guests? I think that the world's first looping water coaster would be a bigger draw for the general public than a single rail coaster. So this is something that might give the Mack Powerloop the edge over the Raptor model. With that said, I do believe Six Flags could add a Raptor here in the near future, and that is why I'm going to give the RMC Raptor model a 25% chance at being Six Flags Magic Mountain's next coaster. Alright, on to our third prediction. We have the SNS 4D Free Spin. Green Lantern was the first free spinning 4D coaster model added to the Six Flags chain. This was built by Intamin Rides and would end up being the last 4D coaster Six Flags would buy from Intamin. Many complained of how uncomfortable the ride experience was. A few years later, Six Flags then started buying the 4D free spin model from SNS and saw much more success. There are now a total of 7 of these SNS 4D free spins across the Six Flags chain. This is also a very cost-effective choice for Six Flags Magic Mountain, so I think it is certainly a possibility that Magic Mountain adds a new and improved Green Lantern 4D free spin coaster from SNS. And if they remove Tidal Wave, they could certainly fit a 4D free spin coaster in that area. Now, the reason I don't favor this model over the others is that Six Flags Magic Mountain might want to stay away from the 4D model, since Green Lantern was not very well received. I think Six Flags will have a hard time explaining to guests that this will be an improved experience from the Intamin version. Because the ride style is too similar to the failed Green Lantern coaster, it may cause Magic Mountain to stay away from this model type for the near future. This is why I am only giving the SNS 4D free spin model a 10% chance of happening. Finally, I do have one fantasy prediction that I would absolutely love to see, but might be too good to be true. And that is the possibility that Magic Mountain builds the first ever SNS Axis coaster. If Six Flags is looking for a coaster that will capture the attention of the media and the coaster enthusiasts around the world, the Axis model would be the perfect addition. When SNS first unveiled this new model at the end of last year, it took the internet by storm. This first of its kind attraction will feature coaster cars that will rotate side to side 360 degrees. Now, I did an in-depth video on the Axis coaster and which parks I think have a chance to add this model first. So if you would like to learn more about it, I will link that video in the card above. Now you might be wondering why I didn't list this model as one of the 3 possibilities, and that is for a few reasons. One, we are not 100% on what the price point is for the Axis Coaster model. As you know, at this stage of the game, Six Flags is not going for those high dollar investments. Also, the Axis Coaster was just introduced to the world a few months ago. With Magic Mountain already beginning work on their 2021 project, it seems to be too early for a park to build one of these models. Also, it is unclear if the Axis model could fit the plot of land provided. Because there are a lot of unknowns with this new model, I think the Axis Coaster only has a 5% chance at being Magic Mountain's next coaster. So we have looked at what type of coaster model Six Flags Magic Mountain could add next, but how soon could we see this coaster come to life? Well, with work already being done at the Green Lantern site, and with construction markers spotted around Tidal Wave and Riddler's Revenge, it appears that work has already begun on their next coaster. Now you might be questioning why we think the current construction is for a coaster. Well, this construction comes after a teaser was released on social media a few weeks ago. This teaser shows a calendar similar to the Chinese zodiac circle that has current attractions listed on the edges. These attractions correlate with the years they were added. As you can see, the part of the circle where the year 2021 is has a question mark by it. The caption for this image reads, "2020 is the year of West Coast racers. What do you think is in our future at the thrill capital of the world?" Now, this caption is followed by the hands up and roller coaster emoji. Now, typically Six Flags does not tease attractions this far in advance. And typically if the teasers do come out this early, it means something big is coming. Plus, I don't believe the coaster emoji was put in by coincidence. So I truly believe that the evidence clearly shows that Six Flags Magic Mountain will be adding a new roller coaster in 2021. So this is my prediction for Six Flags Magic Mountain's next coaster. Comment below what type of coaster you believe Six Flags Magic Mountain could add next. And if you like this next coaster series, be sure to check out our other episodes, which include Dollywood, Six Flags Great America, and Cedar Point. I will include the next coaster series playlist in the description below, so be sure to check it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Destination Thrills, the destination for all the latest theme park news, speculations, and content. Thank you for watching this video. I'm Cullah Hale. Have a good one.